Today, like all Americans, I'm truly glad to see that 2.5 million Americans have gotten their jobs back. For those families, that's a sigh of relief. I was disturbed, however, to see the president crowing this morning, basically hanging a mission accomplished banner out there, when there's so much more work to be done. So many Americans are still hurting. Black employment went up this month. Latino employment jumped to over 37%. Hispanic unemployment overall is 4 times higher than it was before the president botched his response to the pandemic. Donald Trump still doesn't get it. He's out there spiking the ball, completely oblivious to the tens of millions of people who are facing the greatest struggle of their lives. So while it's wonderful to see 10% of the families who've lost their jobs due to Trump's disastrous pandemic response start to make their way back, the president's behavior makes me deeply worried for the 90% who haven't. The depth of this job crisis is not attributable to an act of God, but to a failure of a president. You know, they're some of the sternest challenges of our nation has ever faced. And Donald Trump is patting himself on the back. He just has no idea, in my view, what's really going on in this country. He has no idea the depth of the pain that so many people are still enduring. He remains completely oblivious to the human toll of his indifference. It's time for him to step out of his own bunker, take a look around the consequences of his words and his actions. Let's be clear. The president who takes no responsibility for costing millions and millions of Americans their jobs deserves no credit when a fraction of them return.